So now let's turn to some domestic and overseas platform that can be considered for this. So no matter you're targeting domestic or overseas Chinese, social media is the most powerful tool. Why? Because brand is able to utilize users' existing social circle and spread words effectively among like-minded people. Both Australia-based and China-based audiences use Chinese social media to keep in touch with their families and friends. Here are the two most powerful social media in China that can be used as a marketing platform for both domestic and overseas Chinese consumers. They have different functions and focus on different aspects of social. Please note that the familiar logo you see on the screen is just an indication of the function. Chinese users use these platforms very differently as how Australians use the social media that you see now. So the red focus on user experience sharing. It is like a combination of Instagram and Pinterest in the function-wise. WeChat focus on knowledge and content sharing. It's a good platform if your brand is strong on content producing. There are other platforms, but these two are the most popular among Chinese around the world. Businesses and brands can determine which platform to use by analyzing their needs and objectives. Each of these platforms allow different sorts of campaign, and businesses can be as creative as they want. We'll dive into these platforms now. So the first one is Red. You might also know it as Little Red Book or Xiaohongshu. It is a community-based user-generated content platform that now allows e-commerce functionality. Majority of the users are millennials who live in the first or second tier cities in China. It is also popular among Australia-based Chinese too. Function-wise, Red is similar to Instagram and Pinterest. Users share their daily purchases, consumption experience, and product recommendations via video or images here. The beauty of Red is that it is an open platform, which means that everyone can find you even though they don't know you. Your content can be seen by anyone who searched the similar topics. Users use it as a product search engine now. They browse and explore the app and find what they're looking for. It is a great app to connect with similar minds and do research on a particular product. It is great for awareness building, getting exposure to the right audience, and consumer engagement marketing campaigns. For brands who have beautiful images or heavily rely on experience sharing or word of mouth, Red is the best platform to use. And industry-wise, retail brands, fashion brands, luxury goods, service provider, and B2C brands will have great advantages on this platform. Here. Similar with all social campaigns, businesses can choose between organic growth and sponsored content. You can either create your own official account and post great quality contents. Alternatively, you can collaborate with influencers, which are also known as KOLs, key opinion leaders, or you can collaborate with mono influencers. We call them KOCs among Chinese, the key opinion consumers. Generally, we mean account with less than 2,000 followers. If you have a relatively small budget, we highly recommend KOC as they're more cost efficient. It helps your brand reach out to similar minds and make the most out of your budget. They are great channels to promote your product or services. It can be a niche, a nice wine, a great restaurant, a nice hotel, unique course, even events. My colleague Laura will introduce some case studies later to help you understand the usage of Red during the Chinese New Year. So now let's move on to another very different platform, WeChat. If you had been to our previous WeChat webinar before, you have probably seen this. This picture introduced the 6 main functions of WeChat and its equivalents. If you missed this, we definitely recommend you to join our next WeChat webinar. So to put this short, there are 3 main functions that are commonly used by brands and businesses for marketing and branding purposes. Users use chats to communicate and connect within the chat group. They post their everyday life and share content with which they enjoy in the moments. They subscribe the newsletter on official accounts. As you can see, WeChat is quite powerful. You might have heard it described as the super app, but I'd like to briefly introduce a bit more on this magical platform. So compared with Red, WeChat is not open. It is a relatively closed platform, as users are only able to receive messages from accounts after they subscribe to them. That is also why we say it is similar to an email newsletter. And typically, other than using it as a chat tool, WeChat users have formed the habit of checking subscription accounts every day to get industry knowledge or general news. WeChat is also used to share news-related content and discuss current affairs with their social circles. It is a platform great for constant updates, information sharing, and industry news. And for authoritative organizations like universities, government departments, WeChat is a great platform to use as well. Many businesses also use it as their information base in China. So they build their mini website on WeChat account to communicate with their audience on a regular basis. Similar to the Red campaign types, a WeChat account also gives businesses choice on organic or sponsored campaigns. One of the really special campaigns that can be executed on WeChat is WeChat Moment Ads. It is like Facebook feed ads. User can see all the Connect posts and content they share. It can target users based on the demographics. If you're interested in this, we're more than happy to chat. I know there's a lot to take in, as Red and WeChat are rather different platforms. My colleague Laura will help you with some case studies after this to show how real businesses use these platforms. So 3 major benefits of using social media for Chinese New Year marketing is that, first of all, it's very, very flexible. As mentioned before, you can use your own account or organic promotion. You can use your own account for organic promotion or collaborate with influencers. And social media naturally drive your audience into different interest groups. Therefore, brands is able to cover niche and broad audiences on social. That is the second one. Another benefit of using social for Chinese New Year campaign is that brands can be as creative as they want. Multiple campaigns and events can be hosted, no matter it's educational campaign, user-generated content, or just engagement focused. There is a way, and always a platform and tool to suit your needs. So during the Chinese New Year, these platforms can be the best to promote your limited edition, special offers, or simply increase awareness among target audiences. And by limited edition, we mean like the product or packaging or gift set that only available during Chinese New Year. There are a lot of Australian-based influencers and accounts on these 2 channels, and they can be the speaker for your campaign. If you dig deep and find them, they will be able to help your brand build the credibility among Chinese audiences. If you have further needs that the Red and the WeChat cannot address, there are many other social media channels for you to consider. They operate in a different way compared with the other 2. Again, the logo at the bottom is just function indication, and Chinese users view it in a very different way. So if you're interested in this platform, we can have a separate chat with you.